Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride and determination that I stand before you today, on the precipice of my second term as president. During my first term, I promised you a change, an end to the chaos and turmoil the country was experiencing. And today, as I face off against my opponent in this upcoming election, I stand by this promise. For far too long, our nation has suffered under the reign of a man who has put his own interests above those of America. A man who has divided our beautiful country with hate, lies, and propaganda. Opponent, a man who sees our country's greatness only through the lens of personal gain and power. So now I come to you once again, asking for your vote, not for myself, but for the future we can build when we stand united. When we reject hate and embrace progress, my opponent would have you believe that our country is hopeless, that the problems we face are too great to solve, that the only way forward is through fear and division. But I believe the exact opposite. My fellow Americans, as I stand before you today asking for your vote to continue leading this great nation into my second term, I make this solemn promise. We are not done yet. The progress we've made, rebuilding after the chaos of the past, securing our borders with intelligence and humanity, restoring dignity to the presidency, was only the beginning. Now we go further, faster, bolder. My opponent wants to drag us backward to a time of division, cruelty, and promises, but we refuse. We will expand healthcare so no family fears bankruptcy over a hospital bill. We will invest in education like never before, because knowledge is power. We will protect free speech while holding hate accountable. And we will ensure justice, not just in words, but in action. They'll face consequences they can't lobby away. The innocent, they'll sleep safer than ever under my watch. So when you cast your vote, ask yourself, do we want more lies or lasting change? More chaos or a country that works for all of us? I know your answer. Now let's get to work. Forward. And now, let's show America's best days aren't behind us, but in the future. Together we are not a divided States of America, we are the United States of America. I love you all. May God bless each and every one of you. God bless America. United, we march. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be clear. The recent rise in prices was not something any of us chose. It wasn't unavoidable, and it certainly wasn't inevitable. It was the result of greed. Greedy oil companies and greedy rich people who saw an opportunity, an excuse to jack up prices, and took it. The consequences? Rising costs for you and alone. Well, enough is enough. Inflation will not define our economy. America will be strong. Here's the plan. 1. Corporate price gouging crackdown. Any company caught exploiting crises to inflate prices will face severe penalties, including windfall profit taxes and executive accountability. No more playing games with your paycheck. 2. Supply chain sovereignty. We're bringing critical manufacturing back to American soil so we're never held hostage by foreign delays or shortages again. 3. Staple goods price caps on essentials like food, medicine, and utilities. Not another cent of unchecked profiteering while families suffer. 4. Worker wage protection. Tie minimum wage to inflation automatically so paychecks keep up, not fall behind. And here's the difference. My opponent let them get away with it because his friends profit from your pain. I say, this ends now. You want lower prices, a fair economy, then vote for a leader who fights for you, not the corporate thieves laughing all the way to their offshore banks. The era of greedflation dies with me, or I die fighting it. Now let's win this thing. My fellow Americans, the dream of home ownership, of stability, of dignity in daily life should never be crushed under the weight of predatory bills. So today, a Utility and Housing Relief Act. All mortgages on primary homes will be frozen and restructured. No more families tossed into the streets by heartless banks. Your home is yours, not a debt trap. Utility bills, water, electricity, plumbing will be slashed to bare minimum operational costs. No more choosing between medicine and keeping the lights on. These services are human rights, not profit centers for monopolies. For those struggling, complete forgiveness programs. Your survival comes before corporate greed's endless thirst. We're cutting out the middlemen leeching off your suffering. The government will audit providers, cap profit margins at 5%, and subsidize essential costs through taxes on billion-dollar corporations who have dodged paying their fair share for decades. To the people impossible. Listen closely. Oil-rich Norway provides free healthcare and university because they tax oligarchs properly. Post-WW2 America built highways and schools by making the rich pay their dues. It's not radical, it's fair. If CEOs scream, let them choke on their golden parachutes while you finally breathe easy. Here's Smiley 26. You won't recognize how much money stays in your pocket instead of vanishing into corporate coffers every month. No more fear when opening bills. No more tears over foreclosure notices. Just security, just freedom. Just America working for its people again. That's the future we fight for together. Attention landlords and tenants of America. Today I'm signing the Tenant Protection Act, a law that finally ends the brutal exploitation of renters and guarantees dignity for all. Here's what changes now. 1. Landlords must be human or face consequences. No more threats. No more cruelty. If your tenant is struggling financially, you work with them, not against them, period. Evictions are banned unless a tenant maliciously refuses to pay, with proof. Hardship cases get protection, not homelessness. 2. Yes, you read that right. No more 3,000 shoebox apartments while billionaires hoard empty luxury condos. Rent caps adjusted for inflation yearly under strict oversight. Violators get crushed. Break these rules? A choice: 7 days in jail or a $2,000 fine per offense paid directly to the tenant you wronged. Repeat offenders lose rental licenses permanently. This is non-negotiable. Shelter is a human right, market for soulless landlords to gamble with lives while families sleep in cars. You want profits? Invest elsewhere. You want power over people's survival? Not on my watch. To tenants living in fear today, help is coming. To landlords about to schism, try justice instead. The age of exploitation ends now. Signing this into law today. Fellow Americans, have you ever stopped to ask, should an animal die for my dinner? Does it have to come to that? Well, thanks to the miracles of modern science, it doesn't. I'm excited to announce the future, starting now. Cloned meat revolution. No killing, no cruelty. Just meat grown in labs using cutting-edge technology and the power of synthetic biology. No more endless cattle ranches stretching for miles. No more hunting season. No more slaughterhouses. No more waste from feed corn. No more methane from livestock. In one day, an entire industry changes, and our planet gets healthier and the best part, lab meat tastes better than real meat ever could. That's right, juicier hamburgers, crispier bacon, tenderer ribs, brighter sushi, sweeter chicken, all 100% animal-free. And don't worry about animal farmers, we'll still support you. From subsidies to retraining, we make sure your skills help lead us forward in this new era. This new era of safe, sustainable, better-tasting meat. So, the future is here. Lab-grown meat, no more killing, just innovation and a better, brighter future for everyone. Today, I'm signing the cloned meat bill into law, in which meat isn't a nightmare, but a delicious dream. And with that, I bid you all a good day. I wish you happiness and joy, and I promise we'll continue to build a future we can all be proud of. In this together. Always, God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America. Fellow Americans, a new day is dawning. One where good people like us, good folks like you, are back in charge, not billionaires and crooked politicians out to line their pockets. Today we turn the page on the greediest era of Washington, D.C. history, a time where the rich became richer, even as American families suffered in silence, in pain, while their rights were stripped away. But today I say, no more. You, the working men and women of this nation, voted to end the days when the rich and powerful did whatever it took, lied, cheated, and stole, to crush us all under their heels while the rest of America paid the price. And now, they have been humbled. They have been humbled, and America is back on its proper course. Not just any country, the country you and I love, home of liberty, home of prosperity, home of hope. And let's be clear, the only reason this victory was possible is because of you, the citizens of America. No matter what race or political party, you put country first. You saw the direction our country was heading under my opponent. You saw a future where we remained the same, or got much, much worse. You saw what it would mean. More attacks on human rights, more greed from Wall Street, more lies from DC. You saw enough, and you said enough's enough. And so, on this historic victory night, I stand before you, grateful, humbled, and more determined than ever to keep the promises I made to you. For all of us. Now, there will be those who call this victory radical or extreme. The same talking heads who always say change is bad. The same corrupt elites who see progress and call it a threat to their power. So let them. When I speak of a better future for America, one of equality and justice, I do so not as a liberal or a Democrat, but as an American. Because America is more than left versus right, or red versus blue, or one party over the other. What binds us all isn't any political party's banner, it's common sense, common decency, and most of all, hope for tomorrow. A hope that says we can come together in the face of division. That says we can heal the wounds of racism, corruption, and greed. That says we stand together in times of hardship, because we are better than our worst moments. And tonight, as we celebrate this hard-won victory, I look out at all of you, the people who made this possible, and I see that better America already coming to life. I see it in the single mother working 2 jobs who can now breathe easier knowing her child's future is protected. I see it in the veteran who will finally get the healthcare they earned with their service. I see it in every student whose dreams won't be crushed by debt, and every senior who can retire with dignity. This victory isn't just about policies, it's about people. It's about restoring fairness to a system that's been rigged for too long. To those who didn't support us, know that this administration will work for you too. Your struggles are real, your voice matters, and together we'll build an economy where everyone has a fair shot. The road ahead won't be easy. The forces of greed and division won't disappear overnight. But when have Americans ever bound from a challenge? We've survived pandemics, we've overcome economic crashes, we've rebuilt after wars, and we'll rise above this moment too, stronger than before. So tonight we celebrate. Tomorrow we get back to work, delivering real wage growth, protecting our planet, ensuring no one is left behind, because that is what governing should be about. Not power, not party, but people. May God bless each of you. May God bless these United States, and may God guide us forward into this new chapter of American greatness. Good night, my fellow Americans. Our best days begin now.